voter fraud is a matter of historical record in the United States. It's a matter of historical fact, and I would ask members to remember that it's also something that's very, very difficult to prove. If you will go back to the voter postal cards that are mailed out, we had 6,000 of those come back. I think it was 2008, if I'm recalling the election correctly, where they couldn't verify the person and they couldn't verify the address. So there's no explanation. Under the current voting system, what happens is people go into a voting place, they are verified, or I'm sorry, vouched. They are vouched for. They vote. That vote counts. Then they walk out the door, and thereafter this postal card is mailed out, and there's no way to charge someone. There's no way to prove the identity of that person because they're gone.
I have an uncle that lives in the Silver Bay Veterans Home. And his children, my cousins, one lives in Tulsa, Oklahoma, one lives in Chicago, Illinois, and one lives about 100 miles away on the Iron Range. So for anybody that thinks it's going to be easy for a veteran that's seriously disabled, who's over 92 years old, to get a photo ID and vote when the county courthouse is some 30 miles away, you're mistaken. You're mistaken. My grandmother had 5 sons in World War II at the same time. 3 of them came back with Purple Hearts. And the thought that veterans in our veteran homes are not going to be able to vote, the thought that veterans in our veterans' homes are not going to be able to vote bothers me a great deal.
Please understand that there is no one that is trying to disenfranchise veterans. No one is trying to disenfranchise anybody that is a resident of a nursing home. In point of fact, this bill will strengthen and protect veterans and folks who live in nursing homes, folks who are students, and the disabled. It will protect them in that they will be guaranteed the necessary documentation so that they can vote. They will be guaranteed the right to vote by absentee or by mail-in so that they don't have to drive many, many miles in order to cast their vote. They will be guaranteed the right to cast a provisional ballot if they were to show up at the polling place without the proper identification. So there's nothing here that disenfranchises any of the individuals that Senator Bach was describing.
We know in this body that legislation has unintended consequences. And I am so fearful of the unintended consequences of this legislation that what we do tonight and what might happen in November, again, if it prevents one person from voting, it's a regression on a right we have never seen.
I don't understand how a free voter ID card that's allowed in this proposal does anything to stop someone from voting or having access to vote. It actually encourages people to vote. Those who don't have a voter ID card or a driver's license or something like that, they probably have a difficult enough time in their life as it is, because for some reason they're not integrating with the 99% of the public that do use cards.